Hi, I'm Score. This is my co-host Jahanzeb. Welcome to episode 15 of Players vs. Platinum. Today we are going to discuss trophy goals. Are they damaging or are they healthy? What are good? What are some good goals? What are some bad goals? I think we have discussed this in the past, but it's been on my mind lately, and so I want to give it a proper episode. Um, yeah, and guys, please don't forget to share your questions in the comments because without them, we don't have a section of the podcast. So if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Um, yeah, so Jahanzeb, what would you say are some what are your opinion on goals? Do they benefit you or do they damage your fun? What are your general opinion on trophy
I
goals?
th- I think goals are good, but I think if you set very big, ambitious ones, they can become overwhelming and they can become a bit too tiresome in the long run. So I think you have to look at your gaming habits and what you think can be realistically achieved. Especially if you set goals like in the next 6 months, I want to do X, Y, Z. You have to look back at the last 6 months and be like, is this actually doable?
Hmm.
But I think setting goals is a good thing, and there's different types of goals. You could be like, I want to platinum every game in a series I love. I want to improve my completion percentage, or in the next year, I want to do a fighting platinum or a souls platinum because I've never done one before. So I think goals are good.
Yeah. I agree with you. And when I first set my goals, I set a very ambitious goal, right? I think I wanted to reach 50 platinums total. And I had less than, I don't know, 20 platinums or so. So it was quite ambitious. And I pushed myself. Of course, I didn't reach that goal. But yeah, it pushes you forward. So goals in general are great, but you have to find the right ones that fit your situation. So what are some more short-term goals, would you say?
I've kept my short term goals very simple
Hmm.
and I've focused on. So, right now, I want a platinum and 100% Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Hmm.
I want 100% Callisto Protocol, both PS4 and PS5 stack, because I have them both on my account. I'm close to that. And then a short midterm goal will probably be I want to do maybe one more backlog game and then take a break from my completion project. I think those are
Hmm.
my short term goals. What about you?
Um, yeah, just enjoy the games I play. I think that's the biggest goal, because it can be quite tiresome when you push yourself too much, and if something's too frustrating. For example, I have this game, right, Raft. I enjoyed the game very much, but the I think that I have 3 or 4 trophies left, and they are so RNG dependent. And I'm like, I've played them for many hours, 20 hours now, and I have no idea whether or not I made progress towards them. Not really, to be honest. And then that's when I leave the game. I'm like I'm at, I think, 97%, and it, of course, it bothers me, but it's not worth it. And another short-term goal is 1 platinum a month, just to stay in the rhythm of it. And yeah, it's all of these are loose goals. I think it's not set in stone because I don't want to pressure myself too much. But yeah, it's more like it's an indicator, I would say, to am I on track? Do I make some progress, or yeah, something like that. And what are some long-term goals for you?
For me, long term goals would be eventually I want to reach 75% completion percentage.
Hmm.
Maybe we can push it to 80, but I know that would be a big ask.
Hmm.
That's a long term goal. And then series wise, I want to do more Resident Evil platinums and I want to do more Metal Gear Solid platinums.
Hmm.
My completion project is kind of not stalled that, but it's moved me away from it. And then also complete Red Dead 2. I have like 4 or 5 trophies left, the biggest, most grindiest ones. I've made progress on them, but it's just sitting there. And I think I use the excuse of a milestone, which we can talk about later, but I'm not fussed about it being a milestone. So I think I need to just knuckle down on that one and get it done. That's a big long-term goal.
Yeah, these are quite tricky, I think. So in general, I would say my biggest long-term goals is pick good milestone games because they are very satisfying when you reach them, when you get them, and they sit there forever in your list of milestone games. That's very satisfying. But then again, the process to get there is I don't know. I have one. So my next platinum will be a milestone, I think 225. It's a minor milestone, I would say. So it's not the biggest one, but I have Spec Ops: The Line planned for that. A game I
Mm,
started, I think, 12, 14 years ago. And it's I need one trophy, right? One trophy is left. Finish the game on the hardest difficulty, and I'm stuck in chapter 10 of 16. And I know there will be more levels that are difficult, and so my brain is like kind of shut down a little bit. And I yeah. So it would it would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to me to get that game in my collection and on a milestone, um, but it's it's too much. And then, of course, last year in December, I started my completion percentage backlog journey with this challenge, right? 150 trophies in 18 days or something, or 12 days or something. And it's been good. It's been good. I made some good progress. But it also limits you in what you play, and it's kind of getting to me in a way. We will discuss this later. And then the biggest, most clearest long-term goals are 1,000 trophies in a year, right? So I make good progress in the total realm of trophies. That's why I did the challenge to still reach the goal of 11,000 total trophies, and of course platinums a year. And platinums a year is like at least one platinum a month, so that would be 12 platinums a month, or maybe two platinums a month, so it's 24 platinums a year. I think these are the most clear long-term goals, and overall it's polishing my trophy collection to make it as best as I can, finish more games, get a little bit of peace. And yeah, okay. So um then again, my question is it satisfying to reach goals, would you say? um and yeah, what are some of these goals you reached, and how did you feel about it when you reached them?
yeah, it is satisfying to reach goals. I think my most satisfying goal is my completion percentage project. In August last year, I was on 61.93%, and now I'm on 70.75.
Wow.
So I basically nearly gained 10%.
Wow.
Which yeah, I think it's quite immense. I really stuck to it. Um, I think that's probably my proudest goal. Also, in this period, I took 13 games to 100%, and
Wow.
this
Yeah.
isn't games where it's just you get the platinum and it's 100%. I didn't include those. I just included games with DLCs. So some of these were games that I had the platinum, but I had to go back and get the DLC. So that was good. I think it took my completed games number to now 101 on PSN profiles. So it is satisfying because there's a reason you set the goal. You obviously want it. You want to do it. And now I'm happy I'm over 70.75%. But I have to keep going because I know the minute I start one or two new games, I could end up on 69 and I'll be like, oh
Yeah,
my God, what was the point? So I need a buffer. I need to get to
yeah,
like
yeah.
72, 73. So it hasn't ended. It's just ongoing.
I feel you. I worked my butt off. I played a lot of DLC. We will come to that later, but I worked hard on my completion percentage, and I have Pragmata waiting, and I do want to check out that
Yeah.
game, but I'm my body is against the feeling of starting the game because that would drop my hard-earned completion percentage to, I think, a 0.5% down, right? And I'm not ready yet, which is why are we doing this? It's just video games. Why are we forcing us like that? I mean, yeah, it's quite satisfying to reach these goals, and that's why I want to talk about them because there are so many different goals you can focus on. And I think the first moment I reached a goal I set myself, it was like a couple of years ago, and it was so satisfying because before that I was going play this game, but no direction, right? And when you set a goal to finish a game, you force yourself in the beginning, but then you get a lot of appreciation for the game because you focus on that game. For example, Spider-Man, right? I recently completed Spider-Man. I bought all the DLCs and I hadn't played the game in years. I had a save from I think 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Um, and the DLC was just enough to get me back into the controls, and the story was quite good. It's an overarching story for the three DLCs, which was quite nice. And then you have the side stuff. The I didn't enjoy much. So there are challenges. You have to clear out some hideouts from bad guys and stuff. But overall, it was very satisfying, and that prepared me to finally start a new game plus game on the hardest difficulty. And I kind of breezed through it because I was in the flow of the game and I knew all the controls and everything. And so that's very satisfying because that's a game I would have never thought I would complete, right? And so yeah, it's quite satisfying to reach goals. I'd say too. I would agree too. So one question for you, the viewers: what are some of your most satisfying accomplishments? Let us know in the comments. We love to read your thoughts on these. So yeah, that's something. Okay, so next one, the pressure of a milestone game.
Hmm.
What's your thoughts on that? Do you have a milestone game you want to have on your list? And what's the current
Um,
situation?
I love and hate milestone games. I remember
Hmm.
100 was just a pain in the butt because I started rushing towards platinum 100, which meant my platinum, if you go through my list, my platinums around the 80 mark are awful because I started going like, oh, I'm close to 100 and I played like 4 or 5 crap games I don't want on my account, but they're there. And I think I got to like platinum 98. And I was on a good run. I fixed it and I was playing really good games. I did Resident Evil 1. I did Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I think I did Red Dead 1.
Hmm.
It was a really good run of games. And then for 100, I just didn't know what to do. I was very far from Red Dead 2. I knew that would take like months and months and months. And so it came naturally because I did Ragnarok. I just started playing Ragnarok, assuming I wouldn't get the platinum because I'm not great at God of War games. But then I got
Hmm.
that. I'm happy with that because it's one of my favorite PS5 games.
Hmm.
I think it can help if you pre-plan your milestone game, which I've actually done. Because I played Requiem. I know you platinumed it, and
Hmm.
I was playing it, and then it just hit me. I was like, I don't have a Resident Evil milestone game, which I do want. And my
Hmm.
next one is 150, which is a while away. I think I want 131 platinums.
Hmm.
And at this rate, it will be next year. So I'm going to save Requiem for next year.
Oh, that's why it's
I'm
unfinished.
Yeah,
I was always wondering.
I have 3 trophies. I have the Insanity playthrough, which I'm working on and I will do.
Hmm.
and then I have the two easy ones where you unlock everything in the menu. So
Hmm.
when the day comes, I'm just gonna unlock
Yeah.
everything in the menu and use that as my milestone because
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love the game. So it's yeah, milestones are tricky.
I
It's
agree. Yeah.
yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. As I said, they are so satisfying. And my two biggest moments were Final Fantasy. So I had planned Final Fantasy X as my 100th milestone. And I wasn't ready. I was nowhere near that. And so I made it, what is the game called? Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fall Guys, which is a fine platinum.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. And then it took me 75 platinums to prepare that big milestone, right? And so now Final Fantasy X is on 175. It's a minor milestone, but it's so satisfying to have that game in my collection. So it's very it's worth it. But then again, you have to prepare these, right? Same with Spec Ops: The Line, and I had so much time to prepare that, and I have every trophy except the hardest one, and now I'm stuck on that, and I'm pretty sure I won't get this for my next milestone. It might be 250 maybe, because you need some time to prepare. And yeah, it's then yeah, the best thing is to prepare them, and then unlock one easy trophy to lock them in your profile. I think that's the best strategy. Yeah. Okay. Um, Talking about milestones and stats and goals, what are the numbers you look at the most in terms of milestones or goals?
This has changed. In the beginning,
Hmm.
remember I'm a third wave trophy hunter, so I started in the pandemic era and I went on a run for about a year and a half, possibly 2 years, where I got a platinum every month. And well, not just one, but lots. So I got obsessed with this getting a platinum every month without fail. And it became, I think, a bit unhealthy
Hmm.
because if it got to like midway through the month, I might start getting anxious and I might play, let's say, an easier platinum or something or a shorter one. Um, and I got obsessed with how many platinums I can get in a month and what my average was. These were numbers I was obsessed about in the first 18 months of trophy hunting. I think the most platinums in a month was 12, which is something I will never do again. And that was unique because three of the games were games that I was already 75% through, so I just had to go in and finish them. Three of them, I think, was the Spyro trilogy, which was quick and easy. Then some other ones were like ones I just plowed through, like Far Cry, Spider Man, etc. So yeah,
Hmm.
but now I look at completely different numbers. Now I obsessively look at completion percentage. I look at on PSN profiles, you have games played and completed games, and I'm really
Yeah.
wanting completed games to go up. And the other one I look at is trophies unearned
Hmm.
because I'm like at 3009 right now and I want to get it down to 2000 something,
Oh, nice, nice.
which I will naturally in the next month. But it's numbers like that I look at now. So it's changed
Yeah,
a lot.
I agree. So I would focus mostly on total trophies
Yeah.
earned, right? So 1,000 a month was a big focus for me, and to reach that, I have an average of 100 trophies a month. Yeah, there's 2 months where I have a little wiggle room, and I can work with that and stuff. But that has changed a lot, and then I think the newest stat I'm looking at is completion percentage. That has changed a lot, and I want to discuss this in the next section. Yeah, completed games, which is So when I look at my stats, right, it
You have
says
a great number.
yeah, with Spider-Man was my 200th completed game,
That's
which is
mad.
it's
That's
crazy. Yeah, it's
crazy. Yeah,
crazy
it's
because I
crazy.
never was a guy that completed games,
Yeah.
right? I just finished them most of the time, or maybe earned the platinum. But I also have games played 388. So there's a lot of room. And
Remember, out the 388, some are unobtainable. So there's some
yeah,
you can't even
yeah,
get the
yeah.
completed, not your fault. So
No,
it's actually
that's
less.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's less. It's less.
yeah. I mean, it's fine. I'm not too worried about unobtainable trophies anymore. I mean, I feel like it's a badge of honor to have these. It's part of my journey. It's part of the collection. Yeah, it's the funniest stat is unearned trophies actually, and I remember making a video, my trophy goals in 2023, I think it was, and I had the goal of unearned trophies lower them from 4,800 to 4,700, right? So 100 unearned trophies, and now I'm at unearned trophies 5,644, just by adding more games to the list, mostly DLC, I guess, because I try to platinum the games, but yeah, and no, I'm fighting to get back below 5,000, which I have still 644 unearned trophies left to reach that. But it's a mini challenge. I don't focus too much on it, but it's an indicator on how well I'm on track, I guess. Um, okay, and now the biggest topic that's in our community right now, completion percentage, right? We have talked about that. You have your progress is insane to me. 10% since last October, you said?
August.
August.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. And I'm like, how is he doing that? It looks so easy from the outside. But let me ask you, is it really easy? Or are you suffering from having these goals? Tell us a little bit about that. What's your journey been like?
Um, it's it's tiring. It's
Hmm.
it's it's. I'm really happy with it, and I liked it on many different reasons because basically, everyone knows how you have to do it. You make your list of games you've already got a trophy in, and then you can only play those games. And it's made me realize that some games I shouldn't have left, I've gone back to, and I'm like, okay, this was quite good. Then there are some games that I've gone back to, and I'm like, this is why I left the game, and now I have to 100% it. So it just takes discipline. For example, I'm not picking on this game, but this game is to me like the poster boy of my project so far is Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3, I popped one bronze trophy like straight away. And I wasn't really into the game. This was like 5 years ago.
No. Yeah.
And when I made my spreadsheet, I was like, oh, Borderlands 3 has 6 DLCs. It has like 7 gold trophies. I think 80 trophies in total. And I was like, if I did this, I'd probably gain an entire percent. And I did it. I played it, and I think I put in 100 hours into this game.
Hmm.
And the 6 DLCs cost me at least, I think, £20 on sale.
Hmm.
And so yeah, it's okay. It's like a 6 out of 10 game, but you have to persevere. It's the same loop. Each mission's the same. You upgrade the loot, etc., etc. And I was like, halfway through, I was really like, I kind of want to stop this game, but I kept going, and then to switch it up, you have the DLCs of some of your favorite games. So I really enjoyed 100%ing Toulouse 2 twice, PS4, PS5, and Toulouse 1, PS4.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed getting the 100% on that and the platinum. That was special. Um, but it takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a bit of sacrifice because there are times when I finish the game and I'm like, what should I do next? And I look at my spreadsheet and I'm like, you have to pick out these 30 games. And you might not be in the mood for any of them. You might,
Hmm.
because there are all these new games I want to play. Um, there are loads of great games that I haven't played, and in this period since August last year, the only new game I added to my list was Resident Evil Requiem.
Hmm.
Um, so it's doable. I mean, it's doable. The easiest method is obviously look at your uncompleted games, get the one with the most gold trophies, and tackle those first. That will get you the biggest increase quickly. Um, yeah,
So you're saying it's not that easy, but it's kind of worth it because it sacrifices short-term enjoyment over long-term satisfaction. Could you
yeah,
say that?
and and I also think there's um, and sometimes I guess if you're looking for reasons to motivate yourself, sometimes you can bring in, like, for example, money. Like you might have bought a game at full price, say, many years ago, and then you've left it, and then you're like, when you go back to it, you can be like, well, you're getting your money's worth. You bought this day one, so you can try and motivate yourself that way. Um, but yeah, it takes a bit of discipline. But the other good thing is there will be games. This happens to me a few times. There are games that I start, and for some reason in that moment I don't like them. Then I come back to them 6 months or a year later, and I just see it refreshed, like fresh eyes, and I'm like, actually, this is a good game. I
Yeah.
had this with I had it with Wolfenstein One, actually. Wolfenstein One,
Hmm.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hmm.
When I first played it, I didn't like it, and I actually got really into it.
Hmm.
Um, so, and the other thing as well, there are some nice moments. Like, I'm not a big fan of playing my PS3, as you know.
Hmm.
But on my PS3, I had two classic Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. And I was like, oh, let me try Modern Warfare 2. Let me do the campaign at least because it has co-op trophies.
Hmm.
So I was like, let me just do the solo campaign. And it was one of my favorite games in 2010, 2011. And it brought back a lot of memories. I won't lie. Playing it
Nice.
through, I was like, this is amazing. And doing the co-op missions has reminded me of when me and my friend used to do split screen at my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of my last ever split screen video games actually with a friend. So it's been very nostalgic, and I've enjoyed that. Um, and also, it's been fun with the completion percentage project. I've gone back into my PS3 era, and it's been funny because it's taken me back to like 15 years ago, and I'm like, why did I play this? And I've also discovered I have many games on my list that I never played. That my nephew bought them and played them on my account, and
Mm.
it is what it is. But so there's pros and cons, but I think if you really want to do it, you can do it. But it does take a bit of discipline.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that statement. And so I've been doing this for 15, 16 years now, right? Or maybe 10 years, let's say 10 years very focused. And I constantly want to find new things that excite me because getting the platinum in a game is not just that exciting anymore. And I do want to experience different kinds of feelings and stuff like that. And so the completion percentage project, which started in December, has become a big project, and I made some good progress. So to give you the number, in December I started around 65%. And I was stuck on that for years and years and years. And through that first challenge, I raised it to 66.38%, I think. So I got out of that 65% hell, as I call it. Um, and I played some good games. Don't get me wrong. I focused on the games I enjoy, right? I wanted to try Dispatch. Great game, highly recommended. It's a TV show where you can choose um, certain outcomes and yeah, tailor the experience to your liking, which was fun. I played Resident Evil Requiem, one of the best decisions that I made this year. Thanks for that. Yeah. Then I finished Expedition 33. Right, I was stuck on that
Nice.
game for the longest time, and it's game of the year for people, and I was so frustrated. And then I committed to it. I got the platinum. I have a video planned. I don't know if it will ever see the light of day. A spoiler-free video, but I share a little bit of my progress and my struggles with it. So great game, great game. Then I played Endling. Extinction is Forever. It's like it's the Fox game everyone
Yeah.
sees, and I thought it would be a 2D Metroidvania platformer in the style of, I think, Seasons After Fall. Seasons After Fall is like a 2D Metroidvania. You jump, you have a lot of platforming, and I didn't enjoy the game, so I was like, I saw the Fox, and I was like, this will not be something for me. But I was so kind of burned out, or that I wanted to play something easier, and I started the game, and it was nothing like I had expected. So wonderful story, very emotional, very depressing game. Actually,
Oh no.
it's
Okay.
it's 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 not an easy. It's an easy platinum, but it's not an easy game to play emotionally, and some challenging gameplay. It's a short game, so if you make a mistake, you easily can start over. I think there's a guide out. You can get the platinum in 1 hour
Okay.
by our guy Optinoob. But I took my time. I played the game over, I think, 3 days. I started in the beginning. I started over because I made a mistake I didn't want, and I had some other mistakes during my playtime. But it's a very good game. I wasn't expecting that, and so I played a lot of good games. I also started or and played so many good DLCs, which I didn't expect because I was so against DLC. Right, easy cash grab and outrageous that the devs produce content outside of the platinum and it should be included and whatnot. And I kind of learned that I enjoy DLC. Still Wakes the Deep, Far Cry 4, Stardew Valley, Dredge, Spider Man, the newest DLC, or the newest 100% I have. So the DLC gave me a lot of appreciation, and I learned that I have to, or I need a long time between the platinum and the DLC. I think playing the game, platinuming it, and then immediately jump into the DLC is too much pressure because you get more of the same. But
Yeah.
like I said, my save in Spider-Man was 2018, and we have now 2026, and I saw the game with fresh eyes. I didn't have these amazing expectations, and everyone loved the game. So I started, yeah, let's earn some trophies in the DLC. It says it's not too much to ask, right? The DLC can one DLC is like a couple of hours, and so yeah, I completed the game. I'm super happy. I'm super proud of myself, and I experienced good content. Now I thought have I thought my progress was very good, but then I looked at the number, and now I'm on, what's my current percentage? I'm on
You
67.58%. So not that much, right? It's still, since December last year I've gained 2.5, around 2.5%, and it felt like, why is it so little? I should have made more or better progress, and that that lessened my excitement for that project a little bit. And I do want to find out why that is, because others seem to make a lot of progress in that regard.
I
Yeah,
haven't figured out the numbers yet. I know like common sense is a gold gives you the most percent, silver
yeah,
next, bronze next,
yeah.
and then sorry, I'm gonna sneeze, I think, in a minute. Excuse me, sorry. They give you the most, but I don't know, and I haven't figured out if the gold, silver, bronze of a main platinum list means it's more points than a DLC gold, silver, bronze. I haven't figured this
I
out.
don't think so. It de-
And and I can't. I can't get my head around it because sometimes I will pop a silver trophy and gain 0.03% or 0.04.
Hmm.
And then sometimes I pop a silver and I gain 0.01. And I'm like, what? Like,
Okay.
yeah, it's really weird. Some goals have given me like a 0.06% increase, but then some don't. So even now I've done this for so long and I've gained 10%. I still don't, I can't figure it out. It's really weird. And progress can be slow. Like, I've sometimes popped two bronze trophies and I've updated my profile and the number hasn't moved. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I've gained 0.003% or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Progress is slow sometimes. It's just the way it is. That's why you got to pick the games carefully.
hmm,
If if you try to platinum a backlog game with 45 bronzes and one gold,
hmm,
in the end you're not going to gain that much progress, unfortunately. You're better off playing a game that has 25 trophies, but five of them are gold and six are silver, and then the rest are bronze. You have to pick your games carefully. That's why in my spreadsheet I wrote out how many gold, silver, bronzes in each game, so that I can,
hmm,
when I'm looking at what to play next, I'm like, oh, let's pick one with heavy numbers.
hmm.
It's just tricky. Progress is slow, man. It's hard. Even now, I'm on 70 something percent. I'm trying to get to 71. It's a grind. Just to get to 71% is a grind now.
Yeah, yeah. I think it has to be right. The progress is easier when you have a lower completion percentage. That's a given fact because I played some games when my completion rate or percentage was at 40%, from 40 to 60. I made super easy progress and it felt like amazing. Within a year, I had done 20% of completion, but the higher your percentage is, the more you have to invest. And right now, one bronze or two bronze trophies give me 0.01%. So I need two trophies for a little bit. A silver trophy gives me 0.01%, and I haven't figured out what a gold trophy does. And I think it depends on how your completion percentage is, right? How much it increases. Of course, a base game gold trophy gives you, I don't know if it's less or more than a DLC trophy, because it has to do with where is my completion rate? Is it here and goes up there, or is it already over my current percentage, and is a gold trophy weighing heavier when it's after, or yeah, after my my current completion percentage. So yeah, that's something I do want to look into. I think everyone says do DLCs. DLCs are the fastest way to complete or to increase your completion percentage. I don't know if that's true or not.
It's 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 hard. Like some DLCs are worth it, and one you tackled and that I've completed was Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because Shadow of the Tomb Raider's DLC is literally numerically a platinum. It's like six golds, six silvers, and like 30 bronzes. So I was like, this is like getting a platinum. So, well, more than a platinum.
Mhm.
And then the thing you have to think about is, and I don't think I thought about this in the beginning, but I have now as I've done it for longer, is that it's hours spent equaling what trophies you get. So you might get a DLC that's 10 hours and has 10 bronze, one silver, one gold.
Mhm.
Okay. But it was going to take you 10 hours. And then you might think, actually, if I played 10 hours of that particular platinum I haven't finished, those 10 hours in that game will get me three golds, two silvers, and 12 bronzes. And then you're like, well, this 10 hours is better than this 10 hours. So it's tricky, you know. It's like, for example, I want 100% AC Mirage. Mirage is one of those annoying games that they got DLC like 3 years later. No one was expecting it, and it took my percentage down.
Mm.
And it's like 10 bronze, 1 silver. It's going to make no impact on my numbers. And it's like 10 hours. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't even love it that much.
Hmm.
And so that's one of those weird ones where I'm like, I'm gonna one day maybe do this just 100% the game
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
but it's gonna gain me like 0.05%. So then that
Hmm.
10 hours is not really worth it.
Yeah, I think take a break from that game, come back to it in 20 years is a bit much. In a couple of years, 5 years maybe, and when you feel the itch, hey, let's play another Assassin's Creed.
Mm,
That's the thing. Doing it immediately after the platinum is very is more stressful than having a break of a couple of years. And to right, so I looked at the numbers. I'm not a big numbers guy, but I did some math. So since the 18th December
mm.
last year, I earned 488 trophies. Um, so a little under 500 trophies. And to my completion percentage, that did 1.50%.
Okay.
And 500 trophies is half of my annual goal, right? My goal is to earn 1,000 trophies.
Yeah.
So that's on one hand, that's very devastating. That half of my annual goal gives me 1.15% completion percentage, but it's also eye opening and it motivates me, and it's a weird feeling of both. And I think I have to figure out, or I need to figure out, whether or not it's worth it. Because sometimes it's completely worth it because you make progress, and then on the other hand, don't let yourself getting stressed too much. And I do want to grow, and I do want to reach that goal of 70%. I'm closer than ever, and I do want to polish my collection. And yeah, I started I started a Excel spreadsheet because you did one, and Ludi XP did one, or has one, and I think it helps with that a little bit. Yeah.
I think it does help. It does, because you can get overwhelmed. Like if you're
Hmm.
going just by your PSN profiles, you have to filter each time, and you go through your games. And I made on my spreadsheet, one is just the games to platinum, one is DLCs. And now and again, when I know I have 2 hours coming up where I'm free and I want to play something, I can look and I'm like, oh, what DLC could I just play for fun as well?
Hmm.
Like recently, it helps the backlog, but Resident Evil 7, I haven't 100%ed, and that has insane DLCs. It has like 4 or 5 DLC packs, which I
Mm.
have.
Wow.
And I was like, I had like an hour or so free, and I was like, let me just do these for fun and, pop a few trophies. So
Hmm.
the spreadsheet can give you some clarity for choosing things. I always recommend the spreadsheet, honestly. It's
Yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, what are some of your numbers? Because I want to understand what's different from your journey to my
you
journey. I
well,
yeah.
yeah. No, go on,
Yeah,
sorry, go on.
no, no, no. Go ahead. I'm interested in
One,
that.
what you were saying just now was about from 18th December, you did 500 trophies. And using these numbers, you're saying 500 trophies got me 1.15%, which
Yeah.
means in a year, when I do 1,000, I'll get 2.30% completion
Hmm.
percentage increase. This is true. But if in the 500, 450 were bronzes,
Yeah.
it's giving you
Okay.
that number.
Okay.
But if you did 500 again and 50 are goals, it's a different number. So
Okay.
what I've just done is focused on platinums and DLCs with the most gold trophies,
Okay. That's the secret. Okay.
which is why, for example, Callisto Protocol's 100%. My last bit that I have to do, and I'll talk about this when we talk about what games we've been playing. I'm coming up to what I have to do is the Contagion playthrough, which is permadeath, which is just so annoying. And you have to do you have to do an entire playthrough of the game without dying, which is tricky because there are moments where the game can you could just die from a
Mhm.
silly thing.
Okay.
This is 2 gold trophies times two because I have PS4 and PS5 stacks. That's 4 gold trophies.
Hmm.
That's why I'm really eager to do this, and I can 100% the game. The 4 goals would be really nice. Um, that's what I'd say is focus on the goals
Okay.
as much as you can because now I'm working on AC Odyssey, which is like 90 trophies and not too many goals, but it's 90 trophies, and I kind of want to play the game, and I'm enjoying it.
Mm.
But I'm coming to the end of this segment of the project because I'm a bit tired of it,
Hmm.
and I really want to get to above 71%. So now my next 2 games, when I look at my list in terms of goals, the best games for me to play is Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, which we
Yeah.
talked about a lot, Avatar,
Yeah.
and Evil West, which everyone recommends to me, and it's horror, action, adventure, third-person shooter, all things that I love.
Hmm.
And I think I played like 3 hours of it, but I need to get back into it. So now, after Odyssey, I am honestly going to force myself to play one of these 2 games. I think Evil West I will enjoy,
Hmm.
and somehow, some way, I don't know how, I will have to 100% Avatar one day. I don't
Hmm.
know how, but I'll have to just force myself to get into this game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
It's.
this is yeah. This is the things you do. This is the things you have to do. Unfortunately, focus on the gold.
Okay. I take away that I wasn't aware that goals made such an impact, and you focused on that
Yeah,
because yeah. So I'm coming from my perspective is every trophy is equal, and earning a bronze trophy in a game I have abandoned 10 years ago is just as satisfying as getting a gold. But when I
it
when
is.
I
No, it is. It is. It is satisfying to you as a person. It is. I agree with you. But in terms of moving the numbers up,
but yeah, but the numbers, it's satisfying, but the numbers, yeah, it's
yeah. This is the thing. For example, I could spend after this podcast. I could spend 4 hours and get 15 bronzes in a game, or I could spend 4 hours and get 4 goals in a DLC. The the 4 hours in the gold are going to get my completion percentage higher. The bronzes will get my unearned trophies lower, etc. But it depends what you want to
yeah.
do. But it is satisfying, you know. Like I'm chipping away at Odyssey. Odyssey's a huge platinum, and I'm probably averaging like a bronze trophy every 5 hours. Like I'll
Nice.
I'll I'll, I'll play I'll play easily 5 hours of the game and not earn a trophy. Like
Mm.
no trophy pops, and I'm like, that's fine. I understand that near
It
the end of the platinum, all the trophies pop,
Yeah,
but
it's a huge, yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
not. I'm not. It's not bothering me. I'm not like, oh no, my percentage isn't going up. I'm like, this is a big game. It will take some time, and it'll be worth it in the end. So you
Hmm.
got to manage expectations, and yeah,
Yeah, and decide from day to day, right? Because
yeah,
I clean so much up. I'm very proud of myself, right? Even games I don't enjoy as much. For example, Sea of Sword of the Sea, which is the latest game from the Journey developers.
yeah.
It's a fantastic game. It has some elements I personally don't vibe with it because it has some high score mechanic, and the trophies are not that difficult, right? But it takes away from the magic and the flow of it when you have numbers to reach and tricks to do and combos and stuff like that. But I cleaned that up, and in this game has a trophy where you have to beat the boss without getting hit once, so that was quite challenging. And it's not mechanically challenging, but still, not getting hit once is quite a challenge. And I finished that, so it's great. Dispatch, great story narrative, or story game, visually interesting, fresh gameplay. So I played a lot of these games and I'm happy for that. And I think I need to celebrate that more and give it a proper respect. It's not just some numbers. And then it's time to find the next game. And sometimes I find it difficult because I'm always in the state of, okay, do I challenge myself more, or do I something easy, or do I start a new game which will drop my completion percentage to a certain point? It's and I think it's a constant, not struggle. Struggle is a bit much, but it's a constant situation, and we as gamers, we have as trophy hunters have to decide whether it's worth it or not in that moment. I think that's a healthy approach. Don't force yourself too much, but
Yeah.
also don't challenge you ever. I think the challenge aspect is very healthy. It helps us grow. And yeah, and I should be very proud because I've been never closer to 70% than ever.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing I want to do today when I start my console is getting Pragmata with one trophy on my profile, so it's there and I can leave it there. It's because it's a current game, right? Everyone is talking about it, great reviews, and I do want to play it. It's just like Dispatch or Expedition 33. I have big expectations, and I hope they get fulfilled. And yeah, just add them to my profile and don't think about the completion percentage. I will get there eventually.
Yeah, and the other thing is, and I'm hoping I'm going to achieve this soon, which is you now have the spreadsheet and you know the numbers and the games to play. And what I'm hoping to do is when I finally get sick of this, and I'm getting sick of it soon, and I have probably 2, 3 max games left in me, and I'll start a brand new game. Maybe First Light, the new Bond game. I don't know. Maybe Pragmata. Because I haven't. Requiem's the only brand new game I bought in like 8 months. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah. So what you can then do, and I hope to do eventually, is so let's say I'm on 72% and I play Pragmata. Now I'm back on 71%. I finish Pragmata. Then I start Bond and I finish Bond. Then I can go back and be like, let me pick a backlog game from my spreadsheet. And then it's more balanced. I'm playing new experiences,
Yeah,
new games. I can chat to people about these new games as well,
yeah.
and then play an old game. That's what I hope to do. So that's something you can always do as well. Is that you can play 3 brand new games, and then you can go back and be like, oh, let me finish, for example, AC Shadows. I feel like playing that. Let me do it now, or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can do that. Another weird thing I did. This is where the completion percentage is so funny. Some days I do the weirdest things. I had one session like 2, 3 weeks ago. I didn't really want to play the game that I was playing. I didn't have a DLC to do. So then I'm clicking on random games on my account, and I'm like on Metal Gear Solid 5, which is one of my favorite games of all time. There was a really easy trophy, really easy. You have to finish a mission as one of the soldiers you've hired. And even on the guide, it actually said, pick this mission. This mission's easy. So then I went in, and 15 minutes later, I've popped a bronze trophy, quit the game. Then I've opened another old game, Sniper Ghost Warriors, which I don't know why I've never finished. And I popped a random silver. And I jumped out, and I popped a random gold, bronze trophy in Resident Evil 7 DLC. So literally in 1 2 hour gaming session, I got like 6 trophies from 6 different games. So these are weird behaviors you start getting when you're doing this.
I think this behavior mixes us up. That's why I think my December challenge was so fun, because I jumped around, played different games whenever I felt like it. Of course, it was a challenge, and in the end, I was like exhausted from it because I didn't get much sleep. But jumping around and playing this game and trying this game and then this game was very satisfying and very cool and exciting. And yeah, it's definitely something. Keep the balance. Play new games. Play some DLCs. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing that's maybe rethink things is I quite like actually having a game with all the final DLCs available.
Yeah.
And because some games after patches and stuff, some of the DLCs are connected to the main game. So I think like in AC Odyssey, there's a DLC called Extra Missions or something like that, and it's like 12
Mm,
trophies for like 12 extra missions, and I think it's called additional feats. And some people have said online that at a certain level in the game, when you get to say level 40, you can start accessing these missions. So you can
mhm,
start chipping away at a DLC whilst you're also chipping away at the platinum,
mhm.
which I quite like. Like, for example, I've heard rumors of Kronos might be getting a DLC. So then the part of me is like, do I just wait for that? Because I'm dying to play Kronos. And so I'm
Mm,
like, oh, do I just wait for that? I can do it all in one. So sometimes if you're 100% person, which I'm half, I'm not fully. Well,
yeah.
I am because when I review some accounts, I'm just shocked. There are people with 200 games and they have 98% completion percentage. I'm like, this is insane. So I
Mhm.
can't call myself a full completionist, but sometimes it is worth it just waiting for a
Yeah.
game's DLCs to all come out.
Mhm. Yeah, I think these are two different approaches. I get where you're coming from, and having all DLCs available is a good situation to start. But then I'm like, I also love playing Spider Man, for example, finishing the game, or maybe even getting the platinum in 2018, and now 8 years
8 years. Yeah, 8 years.
8 years later, I had a grudge on not a grudge, but I felt not. I felt a little bit. What's the word? I didn't like it as much, and I had this feeling. Right, I love the swinging, but Spider-Man, nah, it's not my favorite game. And 8 years later, I played the DLCs, which eased me into another full playthrough, story playthrough on the hardest difficulty, and now I enjoyed the game way more than 8 years ago. And so I'm like, I love that I had this time between the main game and the
Yeah.
DLCs because it gave me another chance. I didn't have the hype around the game. I had some low expectation because I went into the DLC like, okay, let's finish it off. I won't enjoy it, blah blah blah, but let's do it. Just get it done, right? And now I'm like, hey, this is one of my proudest 100% because it went so well, and the DLC eased me into that playthrough on the hardest difficulty, and it's like I feel proud, and it's such a relief and such a good feeling to have that. And so I'm like, just play the game when it comes out and then come back to it later. Yes, it might be more, it's less efficient, but it's like a second chance, and I appreciate that a lot. So I think I will not focus
Yeah.
on the DLCs when the game comes out. I think for me, it's a good strategy to wait and focus on other
Yeah.
games.
No, you're right because one that I'm saving up is Valhalla, Ragnarok Valhalla, um, which I can't wait for, and it's actually nice because it gives me another reason to go into one of my favorite recent games. So I get to play a bit of Ragnarok again when I choose to do the Valhalla DLC.
Mhm.
So you're right about that. It's different approaches.
Yeah, and I wish the DLC for AC Valhalla wouldn't be that expensive.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
I've been watching videos on Valhalla recently, and because I'm playing AC Odyssey, and I think I do want to play Valhalla. I think I do, but I don't think it'll be this year. But I think I'd like to
yeah,
100% Valhalla.
I don't think it's a good idea to finish Odyssey and jump right
No,
into
no, no,
AC
no,
Valhalla.
no.
Give it some proper rest time, and I think you will enjoy.
I just think
Yeah,
it just looks like a nuts game, and I kind
it
of,
is. It's a
I,
fun game. I
yeah,
love
I
the
like it.
atmosphere. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks great, and I know it's gonna be. I know what you get. You know what you're getting with AC, but it's yeah. I think I will eventually play Valhalla for sure.
hmm yeah, and I'm now thinking, well, should I invest the money and buy some Valhalla DLC? Because I don't enjoy at the moment. I don't enjoy Assassin's Creed Shadow. We talked about this, and you gave me
Yeah,
some great tips, and I will get that. I will try them. I will try all the tips, but I'm
Valhalla DLCs are on sale a lot.
I have them on
I
my
keep an eye
watch
on them.
list.
Yeah,
I started a watch list.
I keep my eye on them. They go on sale a lot, but I'm not. I don't want to buy them until I know I'm committed to the game. But yeah, it's they go on sale often.
But what is weird, I think one of the DLCs is not even available on PS5. Maybe because I have the PS4 version for it, and I might have to start my PS4 version and look at at the store. Or maybe it's a free DLC that I don't have to download from the PSN.
Maybe it's
I
already in.
don't
It's
know.
patched into the game
Yeah, maybe,
because
maybe.
Shadows has that. Shadows added missions that they're just patched into
Mm,
the game. You just go and start the mission. I think
okay.
it could be that.
Okay, well, that turned out way better than I expected. I love these conversations, and I will focus more on goals now. There is there is one topic when it comes to goals I want to discuss because it's so beyond me that some people have the brain for it. But what is your opinion about these challenges? Right, A to Z challenge, 30 platinums in 30 days, or these huge challenges. For example, Dazafet comes to mind with these huge lists and spreadsheets where he combines the A to Z challenge with earning a platinum with the first letter of the trophy, and then you can use it for an A to Z challenge with the game's name. And it's like, okay, what are these people up to? What is your opinion about them?
I am I am very, very happy for these 21, 24-year-old young men who don't have a lot of responsibilities and have lots of free time. I'm very happy for them. Um, I I think the A to Z challenge is cool, but I've never really got it. Like to me, it's just you have to find like the biggest challenge there to me is what game begins with X. I have to find a game that begins with X or something. Like I don't. It's a quirky challenge. I think things like the 30 platinums in 30 days. It's cool, and I've watched a few of them, but it's like it's I'd want to know the person's life. Like, are you a full-time YouTuber and then you get to spend 10 hours a day working on these platinums? Because if I did that, then I think I could do 30 platinums in 30 days. But with my lifestyle, no, I couldn't. So
Mhm.
I think I think they're gimmicky. But I think they're fun for YouTube. They're fun to watch stuff like that. But in terms of everyday people with full-time jobs, everyday people with possibly kids or I don't know, some other responsibilities in your life. I don't know if it's feasible.
Yeah, I get that. And I think I could do it time wise. I think I could make, but then my brain is so fragmented. My brain is so weird. I try to figure out how it works, right? Because the challenge I am working on, or I have been working on for years now, is the 1 to 10 challenge.
Yeah.
One game, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And I thought tricking my brain into the challenge would make me want to play these games more, but the exact opposite is the case. So the games, right? Red Dead Redemption 2 is on the list. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2
Yeah.
remake is on the list.
Returnal.
Returnal,
Mm.
Cyberpunk, and now I'm like, these are all great games I want to play, but because they are in the challenge, I'm like, I
What
don't want to deal with the stress that comes with it. And
what's
it's
Cyberpunk out of 10?
3 or 4, I think.
Oh, okay. It's quite okay.
Yeah, it's
I have no
easy.
idea. It's
It's
easy.
easy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's a long time platinum, right? And I don't want to play with a guide right away. So I think there's a lot of missables.
Yeah.
So it's a huge time commitment, right? And I'm like, well, I don't want to deal with that right now. And it's I think I want to give up the challenge. Even Dead Space 2, right? It's a PS3 game. Um, Nothing stops me from starting the game and play on easy to get back into the story and everything, and then clean up some trophies, and then do the infamous 3 saves on the hardest difficulty playthrough. But thinking about it, it's like I don't want to deal with that. And
Yeah, it's an extra thing. Like for example, for me, it's there's I own platinums for fun, and right now, for a very specific reason, I'm earning platinums for completion percentage and a little bit of fun, and that's fine. Ideally, you combine them both, which I am right now with AC Odyssey, thankfully. But then this is the third thing of earning a platinum for a challenge, and I don't think I've ever done that. And yeah, if you're going into say Cyberpunk or Dead Space 2 and your mentality is I have to do this because it's part of the challenge, and your mentality, there isn't a part of you that thinks I really want to play Cyberpunk, I can't wait, or I really want to do Dead Space 2, then it's at the first hurdle you might just walk away, you might be like, oh, F this, I don't want to do it. So I think the challenges add an extra layer of stress you don't need. That's what I think. They suddenly give you this reason that you've made up to do the platinum, and you don't need it.
yeah, sometimes I use it as an engine, right, to get me kick-started, and it has worked for Mortal Kombat X.
That was a
But
great one, though. That was a great
yeah,
challenge. That
and
was
that's what I
great.
mean. That's what I mean,
But that was a
right?
fighting game challenge.
Yeah, it a fighting game challenge, and it was out of my comfort zone.
Yeah,
So
that was a great challenge.
yeah. So all these games are special in a way, and I want to play them. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. And
I
I'm
think
so
if there's no time restriction,
it is. I have not.
so if you have the 1 to 10 challenge, I think just chip away at it over time. Because over the next 6 months, there might come a moment where you're like, man, I really want to do Dead Space 2 because I know you love the series. So then you might just do it naturally and have fun. And then you knocked out your, whatever it is, 8 out of 10 game, whatever it is. And then at the end of the year, let's say December time, you have some time off and you're like, I'm ready for Cyberpunk now. I can commit to Cyberpunk. I think
Yeah,
do it that way. Whereas if it's every month you're like, oh, I haven't done one of my 1 to 10 games, it becomes a burden.
yeah, and then there's the milestone ride, which is also a challenge in itself.
Yeah.
The Spec Ops: The Line. It's such a huge milestone and a game I want in my collection. And you're right. I think I have too many challenges or challenging things on top of my usual playtime. Right. So I'm trying to optimize my completion percentage. I'm trying to earn a milestone game on with the trophy, with the bronze trophy on the hardest difficulty. I'm struggling. Then I have the 10 out of 10 difficulty challenge. Then I have this and that and DLC I'm not comfortable playing or just getting into it. And I think I now realize I'm piling things on top,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
overwhelming.
When some games you play a game and you can get modifiers. It's like you have to complete a challenge room, but then it will be like you have no ammo, enemies deal double damage. Like you've added like all these you've added all these modifiers onto your platinum hunting, and
Yeah.
I don't yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like a job. Like one of the challenges you said at the beginning was you have to earn a trophy, and the last letter of the trophy has to be the beginning letter. Like, how much time will that spend researching?
Yeah,
It's like that's crazy. And if you're playing in one game, the next trophy you naturally get might not work. So then you have to somehow skip that.
no, it's I think you misunderstood that. It's always the first letter of the trophy name. For example, Cyberpunk, when Cyberpunk has a trophy called All Done, right? Then it would be, you could do the challenge for the platinum in Cyberpunk, the name Cyberpunk, and for the trophy it would be in the A category because All Done is the name of the trophy. It's not the last
So
letter
what do you
of the
do
next.
next? What would you do after
No,
all done?
then you have to find a game where the platinum is called Be Greater, for example, Spider-Man, right? And then C would be Callisto
Oh.
Protocol. The platinum trophy is called
Oh,
Callisto
okay,
Protocol,
okay.
right? So
Okay.
alphabet challenge, but with the first letter of the platinum
Okay.
trophy name. That's what people are doing.
That's okay,
It's
fine.
not me. It's not me. It's but then you can't do Cyberpunk and All Done, although they have different names, right? The game is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cyberpunk. It would be in C and A. You can't do that. So they put a lot of challenges for them, and they have this huge spreadsheet. And I'm like, it's amazing, but I could never. And I'm realizing I have a really, really good therapy session right now because I didn't know what I am doing with myself. Milestone, completion percentage, new DLC trophies, playing on the hardest difficulty, so many games on my backlog.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So thanks for that. I didn't realize I was putting so much pressure
Yeah, yeah,
on
I
me.
think so. I think people do, and I think we were. Um, I'll keep him unnamed, but a big friend of the channel, a big friend of ours, was on my Discord, and he was saying that he's got like 3 big platinums right now at the moment, and they were quite big ones. One of them was GTA 4,
Hmm.
2 other big ones, and he was like, "It's a bit too much." And I said to him, I was like, "Just focus on one. Just pick
Hmm.
one out of these 3 and get that done, and
Hmm.
maybe in the background chip away at GTA 4's multiplayer trophies because that's an ongoing boosting co-op thing that you have to
Yeah.
do with friends at certain times."
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it can be easy to complicate things. And I do the same, by the way. I've done all kinds of weird complications. And that's why I think I probably took a big break in Jan and Feb. I was like, this is too much. I'm going to wait for Requiem. And then after Requiem, I'll get back into everything. So that's why right now I'm just doing Odyssey.
Hmm.
I'm just going to chip away at this massive, massive Ubisoft game. If it will take me hours and hours, but it's fine. I'll just chip away at this. But yeah, I think, I guess I'm not really into the challenges. I think maybe for the YouTube channel, I would have loved to do something like 30 plans in 30 days, but I just don't know how. I would have to do like really easy platinums, which would then be boring.
Hmm.
You couldn't do an Assassin's Creed in there as one of your 30.
Yeah, that would be 30 trophies in 30 days.
Literally, yeah. I don't know what games I'd pick. Like Callisto Protocol would be a good one because you can do it in one day, but
Hmm.
I don't know. So then the challenge is not for me. I've already complicated my trophy hunting enough, and I don't want extra external complications. So
And that's
I keep it vanilla.
yeah, and that's another thing, right? I have a trophy channel. I have a trophy channel, and I do want to make amazing stories about my time with the game, but that's also a layer because you have to record everything. You have to be in the mindset of playing these games. Because when you don't comment, then you have hours of gameplay, but you don't really know. So I think that's one of my biggest challenges: playing a game blind, earning the platinum blind, and then make an interesting story out of it without preparing myself too much. Because I've played so many games, I would love to talk. Endling, super nice game. Sword of the Sea, script is ready or is in the works. Expedition 33, I have a script ready, already recorded. I'm in the stage of finding the right gameplay to support my narration and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, maybe I do a completion percentage video where I talk shortly about all of these games. Yeah. Okay. So let's jump into the next segment of the game, something completely different to make it a little bit more easy after all these heavy discussions. Is there some news we can discuss? What's going on? Have you
Yeah.
been up? Have you been keep an eye out on the news front?
I have, because this is a big year for games. There's loads of games coming out that we knew of last year, and so in April we had a PS5 exclusive, Saros, which
Mhm.
is the House Mark, the guys who made Returnal, and it's really funny because I've kept an eye on it, but I have Returnal on my backlog, and I love Returnal, and I would like to do Returnal, but
Yeah,
it's one of
same.
those get good games.
Mhm.
And I was curious the other day. I was at work and I had a spare minute, and I was like, "Is the Saros Trophy guide out?" So I looked it up, and dude, it's like 3 or 4 out of 10. And the guide is like, "Oh, you can use settings to make this really easier." And I'm like, for God's sake, our Returnal Saros. I have the tough one on my trophy list, and this brand
Yes.
new one.
Yes.
There are guys. It's come out, and like 3 days later, there are guys who like got the platinum, and I'm like, oh my God! Like I played Returnal for 3 days and just got to the first boss, and these guys have
Yeah.
completed Saros. So, but anyway, Saros is getting good reviews. It's a huge PS5 exclusive, which everyone rightly or wrongly moans about, but we got a big exclusive and we got more coming. So
Hmm.
the other one is Capcom are
Yeah.
insane
Capcom is.
and are
Oh.
having
Hmm.
one of the best runs we've seen in years. And Requiem wasn't enough. Monster Hunter wasn't enough. They've released their third game of the year. We're only in April. Well, we were in April when it came out, and that's Pragmata.
Hmm.
Pragmata has got rave reviews. It's about people are saying 12 to 15 hours, saying it's
Okay.
really fun. They're just saying it's a good old fashioned great video game.
Okay.
It's also got a PS5 Pro patch out, so it looks really good on the Pro. Capcom are very supportive of the PS5 Pro, which is good. And then in May, when this episode goes out, we have two huge games coming out, both of which
Hmm.
I won't lie, I'm itching to kind of buy, but we've got 007 First Light, our first Bond game in like 15 years, from the makers of Hitman.
Hmm.
It's if you go online now, all the magazines and websites have been invited and played 3 hours. So all those videos are out where they talk about their first 3 hours of the game, no spoilers. So you can get a good idea of the game. It looks pretty good. I love Hitman. And then we've got Legacy of the Dark Knight, the new Lego Batman game, which
Oh,
is
Lego Batman. Okay. Mhm.
massive open world. They've completely taken the Arkham combat. They don't refer to it, but it's in there. You can see it. They've got the Arkham combat. It's going to be. It's like. What was the Star Wars one they did? Legacy of Skywalker or something? Like
Yeah,
the
something.
the Skywalker saga?
The
Something like that.
Skywalker saga. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Mhm.
my friend bought, and he literally said it's every single Star Wars film in one game, which was mental. And this is going to be similar. This is going to cover lots of Batman films, lots of Batman
Mhm.
folklore. So you're going to get like Christian Bale Batman references, Robert Pattinson Batman, Michael Keaton Batman,
Nice.
comics, the animated series. It's open world. You got a Batmobile. It looks pretty cool. I won't lie. I might, as a hardcore Batman fan, I might just buy this day one just to have it. Then maybe it can be my first game after the backlog,
Hmm.
or my first new game since Requiem.
Hmm.
And then there's rumors that we might get a PS State of Play, which
Okay.
would be good because we have Wolverine coming up, and I'd like to see more of that. I'm not fully sold on Wolverine, but let's see.
Yeah. So interesting news. I'm super frustrated about the Cerberus situation. Just
Yeah,
like your thoughts are exactly mine. And I do want to play one of these games to get out of my comfort zone. Right. That's why they are on my list, because I want to experience something fresh, and I know that I I will be satisfied when I finish one of these. And now I'm like, do I start a game I don't like or I'm not good at to play an easier version of that game? But what if I don't like the game that's supposed to be
yeah,
easier, and then I have two of these games on my list?
yeah.
That's the struggle, right?
I, yeah, I'm not gonna get Saros. Like one day I might add it to my collection when it's on a really good sale, but I'm fine with the Returnal. I really like Returnal, and what's annoying based on the chat we've also just had, Returnal has like 6 golds. Returnal would be a perfect completion percentage platinum, but I can't. I'm not good enough, so I might give it another go maybe in a week just to see, just to have a bit of
Yeah.
fun. But I do love Returnal.
and and then Pragmata I have bought. It's installed
Yeah,
on my list. I do want to check this game out. Just because not because it's a great game, but I do want to get into the loop of playing uh, current games, right? Game of the year candidates.
Yeah.
Because in the past couple of years, I've been focusing on older games, and I'm completely fine with that. And I enjoyed playing games without having the hype around certain games. But I liked um, Resident Evil, a current game, and or a 2026 game, then Pragmata, then Saros. I do want to get into the loop
Yeah.
of playing these modern games. I'm not so sure about First Light because I have no connection to Hitman, and I might like it, but I'm not sure. And Lego. I mean, my last Lego experience was, I think, Lego Marvel Superheroes,
Okay.
and it was a grind. I liked that I could play all of these cool characters, but it was too much, and I felt burned out after the platinum, and
Yeah,
so
Lego games are
I'm still
grindy.
hesitant to commit to another Lego game.
They're grindy. I've done 2 Lego Platinums that they are grindy, and I did them on my Vita as well, so they were grindy.
Yeah. But yeah, these are great news. I do want a new state of play.
Yeah.
These are exciting, and until now, I felt like I don't need a PS5. But now that the prices have increased, and it, I do think about it
You mean
because
Pro? You mean Pro?
PS5 Pro, yeah.
Pro, yeah.
Um, uh, it's been on my mind lately. But a thousand Swiss francs.
It's it's crazy, man. I when I got it last year, I was struggling to, like, in my head I was like, this is a lot of money, and then we already have a PS5, and I'm glad I got it then, because now it's
Fuck.
crazy. It's crazy, and you kind of are in this little cheeky PS5 Pro era, because like Ghost of Yotei is for the Pro, Requiem, Pragmata, and obviously I think GTA 6 will be optimized for the Pro, so, and Wolverine. So
Yeah.
it's it's tricky. This is the first generation where the consoles have gone up in price. Mid generation, they normally go cheaper.
Yeah, it's a weird situation, but the one positive thing is now that I have completed Spider-Man, I'm more open to Wolverine, because in my head
Yeah.
I was like, it's more of the same Spider-Man gameplay I didn't like before, but now that I'm more open to the Spider-Man gameplay, and yeah, I'm more open to the Wolverine game, so
Yeah,
that's something
it should
positive.
hopefully be more gritty, more violent,
Yeah,
less
yeah,
childish, if you know
PG
what I mean.
13.
Yeah, yeah. Spider-Man's kind of clean.
Yeah,
Yeah. So let's see. So
okay.
that's the news.
Yeah, that's news. Thanks for sharing these with us. Okay, so now is what have we been playing? I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but what has been played since the last episode?
Um, I went back to the PS3 and did Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So I've done the veteran campaign. I'm now working through the spec ops, which you have to do on veteran, and some of them are quite hard. I've got like 5 or 6 left. I'm so close to the platinum,
Ooh,
but I'm
nice.
doing it co-op. We're struggling right now, so we're trying to figure out how to get through some of these last ones. But I hope that will be one of my next platinums, and a backlog game done. I did the Callisto Protocol hardcore DLC playthrough, which is just like an extra hard difficulty. And now, guess what? I have to do a hardcore new game plus for another bronze trophy.
No way.
Yeah, it's so cheesy. There's no need for this. And then I have to do the Contagion playthroughs, which is permadeath, and you get golds. So I hope Callisto Protocol can be 100%ed in the next, I'm just going to say, 6 months. And then the big one right now is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I played in the pandemic, pre-trophy hunting, and I think the map and size just overawed me, but I'm really into it. And I have to say, I haven't finished it, but I kind of like it more than Shadows. In fact, out of the AC games I've played, which is not many, I think this is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It's
And and you know what?
immense.
You know
Yeah.
what? If you like Odyssey, then you will love Valhalla because it's more of that, but in the
Okay.
settings you like very much, right?
Yeah.
England
England.
and it's that's why I love Valhalla the most because that is a game that has a good flow. Yes, a lot of content. Yes, a lot of grindy. Yes, a lot of collectibles, but you can chip away at it, and it's just a good. I really love Valhalla, and now talking to it, I will download some of the DLC and go back to Valhalla maybe, because when I you love Shadows, right? But I think you will enjoy Valhalla even more.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Odyssey is like they've really created an amazing open world. Like there are times where I'm going around and I'm just looking at everything. I'm like, this is insane. Like they've
Yeah.
really made a great open world, and they really focused hard because the side missions are quite good. The side
Mhm.
missions are like as good as the main missions with lots of
Mhm.
stories and characters and scenes, and the loop is good. Yeah, I'm quite impressed. I'm just going to chip away at that and 100% it, which I'll be quite proud of once it's done.
Yeah. Makes me happy to hear that, honestly.
Yeah. What have you been playing?
I've played so much. Yeah. Let me scroll to April. So I have almost finished Raft, which on paper is a 2 out of 10, one playthrough, 30 hours. But if I know, if I remember correctly, I'm around 80 hours now because of this. I took my time, right? I didn't play it very much. Trophy. I took my time with it. So, but yeah, I'm at around 80 hours, and I'm nowhere near the completion because there are three grindy trophies, which is unsatisfying. Then I played some of the Long Dark. They have released the final story episode, so the game is now
Hmm.
finished. I earned all the deals. I earned all the story trophies to that. But unfortunately, the PS4 version, and I have talked about this, the PS4 version is in a state. I think there's some kind of memory leak, and the save file gets bloated, or something gets bloated, and then the game crashes the longer you play. And the game is designed around long term investment, right? One
Yeah.
trophy is survive for 1,000 days without dying, and um, finish all these extra missions. And so there are a lot of trophies. I'm around 80% now, and the rest of the 20% are long term commitments, but I can't play the game because the game crashes sometimes every couple of minutes.
That's
And it's
frustrating.
so frustrating because it's my rarest platinum, right, at 0.66%. The platinum, the 100% would be a 0.04% completion.
Damn.
That's 0.04%.
Damn.
So it would be such a amazing, and I love the game. I commit to that, right? But yeah, unfortunately, at the moment, I can't finish any of that because the game crashes too much. Then I played Grow Home, a fantastic 100% game without a platinum. I recently uploaded a video about five games without a platinum that I really enjoyed. So check that out if you haven't. Then, of course, Sword of the Sea, Expedition 33, Dredge, some Vampire Survivors, which is an easy cleanup on paper, but the extra missions, they for some reason they are more challenging than the base game, and I die before I complete a run, and that's a little bit annoying. So I'm at 98%, four easy bronze trophies, five easy bronze trophies left, I think, to 100%, but I'm not sure. Then Endling, of course. I played a little bit of GTA 4 online as well, yeah. And then the newest completion is Marvel Spider-Man, which is I'm super proud of that. It's one of my favorite experiences this year. I didn't think I would say that because before I started the DLC, I was so convinced I hate Spider-Man. I don't like it. I no, and it's the hate comes from my disappointment because I was super excited about it when it came out, and then the story and everything was like, meh. It was
Yeah.
okay, and that's why I'm so angry. And why is this just angry? Everyone likes it. I don't like it. I hate that game. Blah blah blah. But now the DLC has given me, a new appreciation for the game, and I'm super happy to have played it and 100% it. And if you have some time, I recommend the DLC and cleaning these up, because I went into it, right? I play the DLC. They are, I think, 3-4 hours.
Do you have to be level 50 to play the DLCs?
No,
Can I go in with
no.
my no save file and just play it from scratch?
I think I'm not sure if you have to be a certain level, but you can activate it.
Okay.
Activate it, and I think you can play it at any time. You don't
Okay.
have to be. It made it a lot easier. I played the DLC with a level 50 character, so
Okay.
it was a lot of fun. But you can play at any time, I think.
Okay. I might try those.
And then you are ready. After that, you are ready for a New Game Plus run. So that will be also easy. So I recommend it in that order. Play the main game, do the DLC, and when you're level 50, start a new game plus on ultimate difficulty, and you should be fine. Okay. Well, so we have played lots of games. One quick question before we wrap this up. So what are your your projects right now? Odyssey is your main thing.
Odyssey, Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol.
And then there are bits in the background, like I'd like to do Resident Evil 700%. That's it. Then I have Black Ops 7, which is a DLC, and I'll play that whenever people are online. I've got Black Ops 3 DLC in the background, which, if people are around, I'll play it. But yeah, but mainly Odyssey and then Callisto Protocol, I think.
Yeah, I'm in a weird situation now. I think my next game will be Pragmata. I think that will be the next game.
Good.
A new game. Yeah, a new game.
Yeah, good.
And then
Enjoy
maybe
it.
some Valhalla DLC. So overall, my situation isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Before this talk, I was like, I'm in such a weird situation. I don't know how I feel about everything. I'm proud and stressed, and I don't know which game I want to play next. And now I'm like kind of optimistic about the future, and it's like a good therapy session. So thank you for that. Unfortunately, we don't have any questions this week because no one sent us any. But I do want to thank you, or we want to thank you guys, because our latest episode, the episode before that, is our most popular episode. It has the most views. I think 500 or 600 views. So thank you for that. We had a lot of fun talking to Mode 47 about difficulty and all these old school, new school trophy hunter topics. And yeah, I do want to highlight one comment from the last episode. So you are in this episode as well. It comes from Serene Platinum, and they say, let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, they say, been a silent viewer for a while now, lads. Just wanted to drop in and say that I really enjoy the chemistry you guys have on the podcast. It feels really chill and natural. Thank you. Really cool first special guest as well. Enjoyed the whole episode and looking forward to the next one. So thank you for your kind words. It's always
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to read comments like that, right? Because we are two dudes talking about our hobby, discussing numbers and problems and this and challenges and the games we love, and people enjoy that, and it's mind blowing. So thank you for that. And one more, guys, if you have any questions, leave us your comments, and so we have questions to answer in the next one. That would be something very great. Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, no, thank you for that wonderful comment. Nice way to end another great episode. Yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching, supporting the podcast. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button and please consider subscribing because we release an episode every month without fail. And now and again, we throw in bonus episodes where we can. Please leave your questions in the comments and also topic suggestions. If there's a topic around platinum trophy hunting that you'd like to see us tackle, make a suggestion and me and Score can look into it. I hope this episode has encouraged you to focus in on your goals or remove some goals that aren't working for you. Maybe helped you with helped you with improving your completion percentage or tips for that. So let us know in the comments what you've gained from this episode and what you're going to take going forward. And thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you next month in the latest episode. So take care, guys.
Bye.